Hey Jonas, thank you for the time. If you could just start us off and tell us how this week's training sessions go, and were there any specific areas you hoped to focus on this week?
Yeah, I mean, we have had quite a lot of time between the two games here now, so it's been a nice week in that sense of being able to focus a lot on ourselves and our principles and what's important for us long term, and in combination with building some fitness during the week. So it's been a good training week.
And comparing to the beginning of the season, how much do you think your team has grown and developed, and what do you think are the biggest areas that your team has changed?
Um, oh, it's like I have a what should I say? I don't think you can step in the same river twice. And it's true in life and it's true in football. So what happens is that not only we change, also the opponent changes. And it's a matter of progress and a sign of progress when you see that the environment around you is changing as well, because that's because you are doing something well. So if I take into comparison in the beginning of the season, I think a lot of teams maybe they underestimated us a little bit. They were running up. They were trying to press us high from the beginning, and we exploited them and we took advantage of those situations. Now we see that a lot of teams they try to change, they try to adapt to the way that we are playing, and it's really good because it forces us to develop, to progress, to grow as a team, and that's exactly in the process that we are now. We see a lot of teams coming up with really good game plans against us. They try to neutralize our strengths, trying to go into some of our weaknesses, and it's great for us because we get the information, we can work on it, and it's the natural progression of the team that we want to be, and that's right in the process that we're into, and that's just exactly where we want to be.
Thank you.
Tony, do you have any questions?
Thank you, Jonas, for your time. I just wanted to kind of expand on that. And coming back from the Euros, it seemed like there was an extra emphasis from the opposing teams on covering Delfin Cascarino and just being able to be more successful in that. What are the keys in order to move either individually or the team towards getting her more involved in this attack and have it yield a little bit more goals moving forward?
Yeah, there is definitely something there in order to be like how we are playing and how we want to set a player like Delphine up in our attacking third, and that's part of this developing this progression that we're working with as a team. But then, as you know, it's not only about one player; it's about the team. So it's not only about her, but she's a big part of it, of course, with the qualities that she has. But these things here is being like nothing is happening in isolation. Any player can do anything in sort of isolated, but if the other teammates are not aware, if we're not looking at the same thing, if we're not having the same priorities, then it doesn't count for anything in this sport. So that's exactly in the process we're at, where we're trying to organize that and being even more clear what's the common IDAs.
And then as you are starting to go into the final third of the season, how do you just personally manage the squad to be prepared for a playoff run in terms of making that starting 11 solidified? There's a lot of new players that are coming in, some players that haven't been featured in the team on in the live minutes. But what is your process in order to make sure that the starting 11 come playoff time is solidified as possible?
Yeah, I think this is the art of coaching, right? To be trying to look a little bit ahead always to see like what does it take for us to be consistent, to be able to build relationships that we long term think is going to be really important, and at the same time being able to stay in the moment, to reward what is being played out in front of your eyes, to making sure that there is no decisions that's being taken in advance for the players, that every performance matters, and that we are a competitive group and we have a lot of competition for game time and to be in the finishing 11 or the starting 11. So I think we need to balance both of that, because we we've shown so many times during the season that we need a whole squad. And it's the whole squad that is going to be responsible for the environment and the output of the performances that we can provide. And for me, that has been one of our biggest strengths so far this season. And if we want to be successful, it has to continue to be one of our biggest strengths. And for us to understand that everyone plays a role in this squad, everyone plays a part, and everyone, if we are successful, is going to have a really important part in that success, but in different roles. That's the most important thing for us.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you this weekend.